Throughout history, power has been both coveted and corrupted. Some leaders, driven by ambition and cruelty, have risen to absolute power, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Today, we explore the rise and fall of the most cruel dictators in human history. Adolf Hitler, the infamous leader of Nazi Germany, rose to power amidst the chaos of post-World War I Germany. Humiliated by the Treaty of Versailles, faced economic collapse and widespread unrest. Hitler, once a failed artist, found his platform in the nationalist and anti-Semitic sentiments of the Nazi Party. By manipulating public discontent and through political maneuvering, Hitler was appointed chancellor in 1933. Once in power, he quickly dismantled democracy, establishing a totalitarian regime that plunged the world into World War II. Hitler's reign of terror resulted in the deaths of over 60 million people worldwide, including 6 million Jews who were systematically murdered in the Holocaust. In 1945, as the Allies closed in on Berlin, Hitler took his own life in his bunker. His death marked the collapse of Nazi Germany, bringing his horrific reign to a fiery end. Joseph Stalin, one of history's most ruthless dictators, rose to power after the Russian Revolution of 1917. Following Lenin's death in 1924, Stalin outmaneuvered his rivals, consolidating control over the Communist Party and the Soviet Union. Stalin's reign was marked by widespread purges, forced labor camps known as gulags, and brutal policies like the forced collectivization of farms, which led to the deaths of millions from famine. His paranoia led him to purge even his closest allies, ensuring no one could challenge his power. Stalin's role in World War II cemented the USSR as a global superpower, but the cost was immense suffering for the Soviet people. Stalin's reign ended with his death in 1953. While many mourned him, the extent of his cruelty would later be revealed, as his successors began dismantling the oppressive system he built. Pol Pot, leader of the Khmer Rouge, rose to power in Cambodia in 1975. A former schoolteacher turned revolutionary, Pol Pot sought to create the utopian agrarian society, but his vision came at an unimaginable cost. Once in power, Pol Pot emptied cities, forcing millions of people into the countryside to work in brutal conditions. Intellectuals, professionals, and anyone suspected of opposition were executed. This systematic genocide led to the deaths of nearly 2 million Cambodians, around a quarter of the population. Pol Pot's regime was finally overthrown in 1979 when Vietnamese forces invaded Cambodia, but he fled into the jungles, where he continued to lead insurgents for nearly 2 decades. Pol Pot died in 1998 under house arrest, escaping formal justice for his crimes. However, the impact of his brutal rule still haunts Cambodia today. Saddam Hussein ruled Iraq with an iron fist from 1979 to 2003. Coming from a poor background, Saddam rose through the ranks of the Ba'ath Party, using his cunning and ruthlessness to become president. Once in power, Saddam unleashed brutal repression against political opponents and ethnic minorities, including the use of chemical weapons against the Kurdish people. His reign was also marked by 2 devastating wars, the Iran-Iraq War and the Gulf War. In 2003, Saddam's reign ended when U.S.-led coalition forces invaded Iraq. After being captured, Saddam was tried for crimes against humanity. In 2006, Saddam Hussein was executed by hanging, bringing an end to one of the most oppressive dictatorships in modern history. From the ashes of these brutal regimes, the world has learned hard lessons about the dangers of unchecked power. While dictators rise and fall, the pursuit of justice and freedom remains a constant battle. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights.